Hey, what's up, folks? It is RC, and on this video, we're gonna talk about USA Today and Linda Snow. They put together 10 reasons why Caitlin Clark is not on a USA women's basketball roster for the 2024 Olympics. And I'm just going to run down the list, and I'm going to tell you guys if I agree or disagree. And so, yeah, that's that. But without further ado, I do want to thank you guys for stopping off, making a little bit of time for this video. But let's go ahead and get into it and see if we agree with this list, folks. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all those good things. So let's see. Okay. Again, 10 reasons why Caitlin Clark is not on the USA women's basketball roster for the 2024 Olympics. So, number one, Caitlin Clark did not earn her spot, is what USA Today said. And I feel like hear me out. Since it's only agree and disagree, I'm leaning towards partially agree, but since it's only agree and disagree, I'm only gonna agree just because I feel like Caitlin got off initially to a rough start. Now, if this Olympics, if this didn't involve the USA needing to have the Olympic tryouts, the training camp schedule, because, all of those things conflicted with Caitlin Clark, who herself was playing, deep into March Madness and things like that. And I just feel like, she turned up late. She got acclimated to this game, a few weeks in, and I just think that she misses out because she wasn't, quite raring to go. And although she misses out on this Olympics, I feel like she let it be known, like, hey, I deserve to be here, but it didn't happen immediately. So, this was just a grind for her. And so, yeah, this was not ideal for a collegiate player such as Caitlin. Her team, back-to-back championship games. And so, yeah, Caitlin just never truly, had that opportunity to earn her spot. So I would have to agree, even if I don't want to. So, number two, chemistry. Caitlin Clark wouldn't have had chemistry with this roster as she's never played with any of these players. She's not played with, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Jewel Lloyd. We can go down the list. We can list everybody. BG, Diana Taurasi, Sabrina Ionescu. But yeah, so that chemistry would also take time. So I'm going to have to say I agree. Again, this is the list gave to us by USA Today, and I would agree because simple, point blank and plain, she doesn't have any chemistry, any camaraderie with these players. And I'm not going to sit here and say that she wouldn't work well with them. She was out there dishing dimes to Angel Reese and Jonquel Jones, and she never played with them. So it's like, she could adapt, but hey, this is serious business. This is the Olympics. So it's like, I get it. Also, the core pieces of this team, that have been together for years, and they just, they know each other. So, in that regard, I would have to say, unfortunately, I agree. Number three, physicality. Yeah. So, we see that, it's I'm not going to say fisticuffs, but it's pretty physical, folks. It's definitely not, lighthearted basketball. So, we seen this because we seen, Kalea Copper, and Sabrina Ionescu go through some, physical moments. We've seen that, fouls may not always be called, so, there's that thing or that part of it too, where Caitlin perhaps complain. We would maybe think so. Also being 6 foot 153, it's like she's probably gonna, need to pack on some muscle, so they be rushing her. But yeah, the physicality is real. Long story short, unfortunately, guys, I'm gonna have to agree. I mean, the play is physical. I don't know if she would be ready for it, and then, maybe risk injury. So yeah, unfortunately, I gotta agree. Number 4, turnovers. So yeah, turnovers, something like a big deal for Caitlin. And I hate this because everything is leaning towards degree, but Caitlin is an absolute wizard in transition. She can really pass that thing, precision passing, unpredictable passing. But in the Olympics, where things are a little bit more reserved, a little bit more of a methodical approach. Like, hey, let's just go to work. Could she make the safe pass, the safe play? I don't really know. So unfortunately, folks, I'm going to have to agree. Be it to my dismay, just because it's about being unbiased and reading these questions or these things that they propose as to why she wouldn't make it, and answering honestly. Number 5, no senior team experience. Yeah, so the thing about number 5, no senior team experience, is just the fact that again, if you look at Breanna Stewart and Diana Taurasi, right? They pretty much they knew the system, they were familiar with their teammates, and so they just kind of knew, that what they would expect going in. And also, you look at this like, okay, if Angel Reese isn't present and she's another dazzling, daunting, great rookie, and she has performed. If she isn't there, then it's, you're gonna put Caitlin Clark there too. I mean, I don't know about that. So I would agree. So at number 6, you got defense. Yeah, we ain't gonna spend too long on number 6. Caitlin Clark, if you want to, you could be an absolutely amazing defender. I would suggest watching tapes of like Gary Payton, senior, not junior. Even though GP Junior is good in his own right, but I mean, if you really want to show up on the stage, you need to be playing defense. And Caitlin plays the passing lanes, but in terms of woman to woman, or man on man defense, she's not really good at that. I think we could all go out there and say that it's probably her biggest weakness is defense. And so in the Olympic Games, you want a solid to great defender, and you're not going to receive that with Caitlin Clark. So yeah, I'd have to unfortunately agree. USA doesn't need her ratings wise. That's number 7. We on number 7. Yeah, well, see here, I know that people gonna watch the Olympics no matter what. And see, Caitlin, she puts butts in seats. We know this. She does this. And I feel like here I'm going to disagree because I think, Caitlin, is a magnet to bring more people in. And I get it, though. People are going to watch regardless of who's there because, again, this is the Olympics. But I just think so many more people would have been like, yeah, I need to turn in. I think that, it would have been absolutely record breaking. So, in that one, 7, I got to disagree. We moving in number 8, folks. Who gets left off the roster? Yeah, it's a great one right here. And I'm gonna tell you this, guys. Oh man, this is tough. See, I wanna say I agree, but I'm gonna disagree, and I'm gonna disagree because there's legends, there's great players, there's players that do their role, to the utmost. Your superstars are here, but I just feel like, when you look at obviously you need a Brittany Griner for height, but when you look at the Chelsea Gray, that probably needed rest. I feel like Caitlin Clark, again, no disrespect because Chelsea absolute floor general. But I just think that, Chelsea in this calendar year, she could have done for the rest. And Caitlin Clark, would have brought, an extra seed, an extra, injection of, excitement. Even more fans, Caitlin and Sabrina, it would have been great to see that. But we'll probably get that for 2028, right? But yeah, on this one, I'd have to disagree. I mean, even if you look at Diana Taurasi, 42, legend, GOAT, some may say. But, I think, Caitlin probably would have contributed more offensively. But hey, I mean, everything shakes out the way it does for a reason. So let's move to number 9. We got one more after this. She would barely play. I disagree. I definitely disagree. I get it. I mean, you left home some great talent. I mean, you left home Ariel Atkins, Kenny Carter, Kayla McBride, DeWanna Bonner, Enrique Ogumawale. All these players could have played as well as Caitlin Clark. I don't know. I mean, barely play, yeah, probably because most of the minutes are gonna go to the starters and like the first few people that you be coming off that bench to be jumping up to come off the bench. But I think a player like Caitlin, would get in, and do a few things. So I disagree with she would barely play, even though it tends to lean towards agree if you look at this thing with a broader scope, because Sabrina Ionescu is amazing talent, but she doesn't play much. Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum. So, I don't know. But I'm going to leave that one there. So, I said what I said. I think she would play. Number 10. A generational player is not a show pony. Boom, you got it. Great way to end this thing, right? Generational player is not a show pony. Yeah, you don't want to just put Caitlin Clark there because of circus logo threes and just because she's going to be selling, tickets or making fancy passes. Again, folks, this is the Olympics. And, you want, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. And so when you look at a player like Caitlin Clark, she could potentially be vilified or looked at as a player who, she's just here, dog and pony show, circus, popcorn, hot dogs, and beer. No. So, I definitely agree. 2028 is going to be much better for Caitlin Clark. And yeah, that's that. That's my take, folks. That's how I feel. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the list. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for coming out. Appreciate y'all for listening. Make sure to leave a like and let me know your opinion. Again, thanks for watching. RC is out of here. Peace.